Hello, this is Jeff from Studio41 Gaming, and we're talking about that PS1 classic game lineup, and boy, oh boy, it just isn't very good. So we talked about it a little bit in the last video I made about the PS1 classic a month or so ago, when the thing was actually announced, and they only released 4 of the 20 games that were going to be on the system. So when they did that, you knew it was not going to probably be very good, and the fact that there's only even 20 games is even more embarrassing. So the PS1 Classic final game lineup was released today, and man, it is not good. We have some really, really weird decisions to have on this, like the first Persona game. I think it's the first Persona game, Revelations Persona, Destruction Derby. We only have still only the one Final Fantasy game in Final Fantasy VII. Some Metal Gear Solid, that was admittedly a pretty good choice. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, that one doesn't make much sense. Cool Borders 2, okay. Intelligent Cube, alright. Twisted Metal is a pretty good choice. The first Grand Theft Auto, really guys? Really? The first Grand Theft Auto, you know Sony included this just to try and get people to hop on and buy that, just thinking, oh, it's going to be like the new GTAs, only old. And it ain't much like the new GTAs, guys. The first Grand Theft Auto was merely okay, I would say. The top-down graphic style was a really, really, well, just weird choice, and it has not aged well. Then we have a Street Fighter puzzle game. Really? Who all was asking for a Street Fighter puzzle game to be included on the PS1 Classic? Tekken 3 is a pretty good choice. And then we have whatever the heck Mr. Driller is. I mean, what on earth? Seriously, guys. Then we have Ridge Racer, which is okay, still not a great choice, I would say. Then you have the first Rayman, which I think is a pretty decent choice. That's a nice surprise. And then Resident Evil Director's Cut, I think that's a pretty good choice as well. But still, we're missing Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, other Resident Evil games. I mean, among other things. I mean, what else is there to say? We don't have any of the other Final Fantasy games. No Tactics, no 8, no 9. I mean, it's half-baked. It is so half-baked. It's honestly getting painful. I'm still getting the thing, but that's because I'm really, really hoping there's going to be a way to mod it. And I have such a massive library of PS1 games I would like to put on the thing. So it's just so weird. This is the PS1. It just doesn't even make sense. 20 games. And there's only going to be a good 6, 7 that are really going to be very good and worth playing. The other ones are just really out there choices. I mean, there's 2 puzzle games. Sure, one's a Street Fighter themed puzzle game, but oh boy, happy am I. I mean, it's a Street Fighter puzzle game. It's Puyo Puyo with Street Fighter. Come on, guys. Sony, it's too late now, but I would almost say you got to really consider about delaying this thing. Because this is so half-baked and rushed. You're still not even including a power cord. I mean, that by itself just screams rushed to market. They wanted to beat the holiday season, and good God, there's just no reason this game library should be so bad and so small. This is the PS1, one of the greatest game consoles of all time, and we're getting a fraction of the games that came out on this thing, and an even smaller fraction of that is actually good. And yes, I get it. Crash and Spyro got remasters recently. Castlevania Symphony of the Night just got a remaster, sort of a re-release on the PS4. So, yeah, maybe they didn't want to release those and maybe think they're hamstringing them. but I really don't. I think it's a different market. Yeah, you're going to get the more mainstream audience that's going to buy the Crash and Spyro remasters. The PS1 Classic, I really don't think people are going to buy the PS1 Classic and overrule and steal sales from the Crash Bandicoot and Spyro remasters. And that goes for Castlevania Symphony of the Night as well. I think, if anything, people would double dip and be more likely to buy both of them, if you're going to be perfectly honest, but that, to me, I think it's two different markets. The more hardcore market would be the ones that buy the PS1 Classic. The more casual audience will be the ones that I think that will buy the remasters. And I just think, if anything, you would get a lot more people crossing over and actually buying both than one stealing sales from the other. And actually, that could make an argument that's already happening because, well, there's going to be some sort of... There's been Resident Evil remasters and whatnot that could, in theory, potentially steal sales from the PS1 Classic. And then, of course, there's a Final Fantasy VII remaster that may be coming out sometime in the next decade. So, yeah, I guess you made your point. But the PS1 Classic, guys, I'm getting it, but I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm not recommending this thing right now. Unless there's going to be some big way to mod it rather soon after it launches. I wouldn't be too shocked if there is. But, yeah, it's a tough sell to really anyone that isn't a hardcore PS1 fan like I am. But thanks for watching.